Good morning. Uh, this is Richard with Mostly Mopar, and this isn't a Dodge specific video. I am using my Dodge Dart shop table to lay this out, but this is I'm sure everybody's seen these. It's a cam bearing installation tool. It's one of the inexpensive ones off of Amazon or eBay. And I've had this one a couple of years, and I know it's not a snap on or anything. It's really cheap, but it's a piece of pipe with a hammer end on it, a cone to center it, and some collars to fit inside the bearing, so it doesn't have to be real complicated to work. However, the only now, and since I bought this one, now I noticed you can buy them that have this in two pieces, or in three pieces actually, which would be good putting in as you get down shorter. It gives you more adjustability to get in there. Now, the only problem I've had with this, and this was putting a set of cam bearings in the 383. These rubber collars that slide inside the bearing, and then whenever you tighten them up, on this one, I don't know how good that's going to come up. But anyway, I'm terrible at this. This shoulder that the bearing sits against to drive it in and to drive the old ones out of the engine block, this rubber sleeve here that fits inside of it only goes about a third of the way up on the bearing. So the problem I ran into is because that's so thin around the edge on your bearing. On one of them I was putting, well actually I done it on two of them, putting in a 383 over there I got under the towel or under the blanket there. On two of them, and I believe it was the center bearing, so it was using this number 3 size collar. The number 2 is what you use to put in the back bearing. It worked fine. It had enough shoulder. But on this one, the rubber was so thick, it left just enough here on the edge to get the bearing started. And on two of them, about halfway in, you hit it, and this shoulder jumped inside the bearing and destroyed the bearing. So I done the second one, and it did the same thing. So what I wound up doing is taking the collar off, and I put about 2 rounds of electrical tape on it just to hold this in shape, and I put it in there, and it worked perfect. That gave me a pretty good engagement around the edge to drive my bearing in, and I've done two more big block Dodges using that, and I've had no more trouble with it. So if you buy one of these cheap ones, I guess the main place is your tolerances probably aren't really up to spec, especially on this number 3 one that come with this particular kit. So check that before you start driving your bearings in. I mean, them Durabonds aren't real expensive, and they're kind of easy to find. But if you're using something that bearings are hard to get a hold to, really, give yourself every chance for success by making sure that you've got good engagement there. And like I said, my solution that it comes with 2 sets, but these are the same thickness, and so it didn't get any thinner. But you can see you've got a lot of room for engagement whenever I just put the electrical tape around it, and it worked fine. And that's what I'm going to keep doing. These are the only 2 I use for the big block Chrysler. But I haven't had a chance to check these. But when you rub your finger on the side of these, that rubber, well on the 4 especially, the rubber is almost the same size as that collar, is that engagement edge on that. So that's just something for you to look at. I mean, it's a piece of pipe with a centering cone. So I don't know why you would, it's kind of hard to make something like that, a piece of straight pipe with a cone that won't work. But apparently those Chinese kids have got talent, so they left some size off of that. But anyway, just something to be watched out for. If you're doing like me, I've got a little shop at my house. I just piddle on my stuff, my friend's stuff. But like I said, that can at least cost you a day or two and annoy you pretty good. So anyway, like I said, there's nothing wrong with this piece. It does fine putting the bearings in and out, except that's only, just check that fit. That's pretty much all that could go wrong with these things. So, don't be afraid to buy one. They do work. I'm sure it's not something I'm gonna pass on to my son one day to use in a shop if he needs it, but it does fine for me. Y'all have a good day.